I'm not worried about it because I've got contacts on Instagram now. I've got really good contacts.
Oh, so it'll come back on.
Yeah, it should be come back today. I love it. I'm so excited that happened.
It's still annoying, though, isn't it?
It's a little annoying.
It's art being shut down. It's like a museum being closed.
It's the foot equivalent of Robert Mapplethorpe. Google it.
Okay, but is everything going to be the same? Pictures still going to be there? Comments, likes, followers?
Yeah, everything should be. Once it goes back up later today, it should be. But it was like, come on. Because the podcast, there was a podcast that we dropped yesterday, the day before. And in that podcast, there's some pretty crazy stuff I've never shared before. But it explains about some stuff that happened with with my phone and with it at Unfugged Feet. I think it's interesting that it keeps getting shut down. It makes your feet more valuable.
It does?
More beautiful. How come you look so tan?
Oh, maybe you have too much bronzer on.
That's just the best to just be as open and honest as it is. I don't know. Bronzer? Suzette, what happened to you this morning?
Oh, my goodness. What happened this morning really woke me up. So I'm on my way to work. And you know when you're kind of zoned out driving, like you're just staring at the road really hard, and it's like everyday routine. So it's like you're on auto mode. You already
know. Like you get to work and you already remember getting there?
Yeah. So I was driving, and there was a car on the left lane, but they were in front of me, but they were on the right lane, and I was on the left lane. So that car was on the right lane, I was on the left lane, and we're driving, we're going, and all of a sudden I see that car kind of like jerk to the left lane. And so I had to slam on my brakes really hard, and I was like, what? And so I slowed down to see if that car would get on my lane, on left lane, and they didn't. So it almost seemed like somebody shoved them to my side, but they like went back to the right lane. And I was like, it woke me up. Like all of a sudden I had like this adrenaline rush, and I was like, oh, all right, well, what are they trying to do? So I was more aware now. I was trying to make sure that, what they were doing. And then they ended up taking a right turn. So I was like, they weren't even trying to get...
so it wasn't like something in the road that like a mattress dropped and they were like swerving around it?
No, there was nothing. I didn't see anything on the road.
But
they fell asleep.
What did that make you think about or make you feel?
Well, it reminded me of all the other car accidents that I've been in. There was 2 other car accidents, and they're so silly. So this happened when I was in college. Mr. Baby and I were driving my mom's car. We were at the U of A, and we were stopped, and there was a car in front of us. I think it was like a stop sign. And we were talking, and I remember leaning over to him and asking him for a kiss. And at this time, we're stopped, like, and Mr. Baby's driving. And so he leans over, meets me halfway, and gives me a kiss. But he lets go of the brake, and we end up hitting the car in front of us. And we're both freaking out because it's not our car. That's my mom's car. And the car waves his hand to pull over to the right side. So we pull over to the right side. We pull into like this parking garage. And we go up to the window. We both get off, Mr. Baby and I. We get off. We go to I remember it was a black car. They rolled down the windows, and it was like smoke. Like they were hot boxing the car. And we were just like, hey, we're so sorry. Should we call the cops? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, $50. And Mr. Baby and I look at each other. We're like, well, I don't want to call the cops. I don't want to deal with the insurance thing. This is my mom's car. Like, we're just terrified, so afraid. So we end up going to a bank, and the car follows us, and we just take out $50 and we give it to him. And that was it. And I was just remembering that this morning.
Do not kiss and drive.
I know.
Good lesson.
You know what? Like
That's
every time we're at a red
pretty
light.
good deal. $50.
Yeah, heck yeah. We got lucky. And I mean, we didn't do anything to both cars. We were both stopped. But now every time like I want to give him a kiss while we're driving, I'm like, don't you let go of that brake.